Tories deliver 1% of what they promise, they talk endlessly about that 1%, and we never hear about the list of broken promises. When we deliver 99% of what we promise.
In the intricate world of British politics, few figures have sparked as much debate and public interest as Angela Rayner, the Deputy Prime Minister. Known for her outspoken nature and strong working-class roots, she has built a reputation as one of the most influential voices in modern UK politics. However, beyond her political achievements, a lesser-known and deeply personal chapter of her life has recently come under scrutiny. Allegations surrounding her past living arrangements and tax affairs have led to a legal battle that has tested both her resilience and credibility.
And let's have a closer look at those front pages, starting with the Daily Mail, which leads with the story about Rayner, who says, I'll quit if I'm guilty. I mean, surely she knows, Josh.
Well, that's it. But if she's found guilty,
right. If I get away with it,
then everything's cool. So everything's kosher apart from my pizza.
What began as questions over technicalities soon escalated into a full-scale investigation, capturing headlines and dividing opinions across the country. Now, after months of uncertainty, the final verdict has been delivered. The Chief Justice's decision has not only crushed Angela Rayner's last hope of clearing her name, but has also left her visibly emotional in a moment that will be remembered in British political history. Now, let's get into the key details of the Angela Rayner drama.
So yeah, this is the story. It's sort of obviously blowing up ever more. I think they was hoping it would go away a few weeks ago, and now it's come back. At least she doesn't really have a choice here, but she's not being like too much of a hypocrite in terms of, you know, she's called for investigations into Tories, including Johnson. So she can't really go, but leave me alone. So she had to go, yeah, OK, fine, I'll go along with it.
For those who don't know, Angela Rayner's story begins in Stockport, Greater Manchester, where she was born in 1980. Raised in a working-class family, she grew up witnessing the struggles that many in her community faced daily. Her mother, who battled with literacy challenges, and her father, who worked tirelessly to provide, instilled in her a deep understanding of resilience and perseverance. From an early age, she knew that life would not offer her any shortcuts, and she quickly learned to navigate adversity with determination.
My mum had them all on the wall because it used to cheer you up, didn't it, Mum?
Yeah.
So.
And you don't feel alone when you've got your photos up.
Despite all the photographs, this isn't the picture of a happy childhood.
And that's obviously me, my personality shining through yet again.
It was around this age that Angela Rayner began caring for her mum.
I sometimes get upset the way that Angie's had to grow up pretty fast because, like, I always picture her as the mum when I was having that really dark time, because I was
At just 16 years old, Angela left school with no formal qualifications. Unlike many of her peers who pursued further education, she took a different path, entering the workforce as a care worker. In this role, she provided support for some of the most vulnerable individuals in society, gaining first-hand experience of the difficulties faced by those reliant on social services. This experience not only shaped her worldview, but also ignited a passion for advocacy and social justice. She understood the frustrations of those who felt overlooked and unheard, and she became determined to make a difference. Her journey into politics began when she joined the Labour Party, motivated by its promise to fight for ordinary people. Her ability to connect with individuals from all walks of life quickly set her apart. Angela had a natural talent for communication, speaking with a raw honesty that resonated deeply with those she represented.
Here's what you need to know about Miss Rayner. From her early life and career in politics to the abuse and controversy she has faced. Born in Stockport in 1980, Miss Rayner was brought up on a council estate. She left school at 16 with no qualifications and was pregnant with her first son. She says she was told she would never amount to anything. She had to look after her mother, who had...
She rapidly climbed the political ranks, becoming a local councillor before setting her sights on Parliament. In 2015, she was elected as the Member of Parliament for Ashton-under-Lyne. Her victory marked a turning point, both for her career and for those who saw in her a champion for working-class values. She was not a traditional politician groomed through elite institutions. She was a product of real-life struggles, and she made sure that her policies reflected the needs of the people who had placed their trust in her. Her influence within the Labour Party continued to grow. She was appointed Shadow Education Secretary, a role that allowed her to advocate for young people who, like herself, had faced educational disadvantages. Her policies focused on expanding opportunities for children from low-income backgrounds, ensuring that no one was left behind due to circumstances beyond their control. And by 2020, she had risen even further, becoming deputy leader of the Labour Party. Her tenure was marked by a fearless approach to politics, often challenging those in power and refusing to back down from confrontations.
Expected to accept the deputy leader of the Labour Party filming on my mobile phone while confined to my house. But we are in extraordinary times, and I'm now recovering from coronavirus, and it's been a struggle. But I know that I'm one of the lucky ones. And my thoughts are with those who are still struggling now or who have lost loved ones. I want to thank everyone who took part in this election, my fellow candidates, our party staff, and all those who have supported me through the campaign, and especially my team and my family. I promise that I'll do everything I can to repay your trust.
However, her career was not without controversy. While she gained a loyal following for her boldness, she also faced criticism from opponents who questioned her approach and policies. Some viewed her as too radical, while others admired her unwavering commitment to her principles. Regardless, Angela Rayner had cemented herself as a formidable force in British politics, someone who was willing to stand up for what she believed in, no matter the cost. Yet, as her career flourished, shadows from her past began to surface. In early 2024, allegations emerged regarding her past living arrangements and tax affairs. Claims suggested that she may have misrepresented her primary residence between 2010 and 2015, leading to possible breaches of electoral and tax laws.
We have got to cut people's taxes and we have got to alleviate burdens on business. Angela Rayner and the Labour Party, Keir Starmer confirmed this earlier this week, they are going to put up your taxes by £2,000.
That's a lie.
By £2,000 per working household.
Penny, your government have raised taxes to the record level in 70 years.
Yeah,
the last
we have,
Parliament,
and we've hated putting taxes up.
What started as whispers soon grew into a full-blown investigation, threatening to undo years of hard work and dedication. Angela, who had fought her way from humble beginnings to the heights of political power, now found herself at the centre of a legal storm that could determine the course of her future. As the investigation gained momentum, the controversy surrounding Angela Rayner intensified. Greater Manchester Police became involved, tasked with determining whether any laws had been broken. The media frenzy that followed was relentless, with headlines questioning her integrity and political opponents using the allegations to discredit her. Angela, however, maintained her innocence, insisting that she had done nothing wrong. The case eventually reached the judicial system, marking the beginning of a prolonged legal battle. For months, she faced a series of court proceedings where every aspect of her past was scrutinised.
The row over Angela Rayner's tax affairs has intensified after police and council officials confirmed they are reviewing claims that she broke the law. While the Deputy Labour leader is adamant that the sale of her old council house was done by the book, she's refusing to share the tax advice that she insists proves she did nothing wrong.
Prosecutors presented evidence suggesting inconsistencies in her declarations, while her legal team argued that any discrepancies were due to genuine misunderstandings rather than deliberate wrongdoing. The public watched closely, divided in their opinions. Supporters saw her as a victim of political persecution, while critics demanded accountability. Inside the courtroom, the atmosphere was tense. Legal experts debated the technicalities of electoral and tax regulations, each side determined to prove their case. Angela sat through hours of cross-examination, her expressions revealing the weight of the moment.
Angela Rayner thought she could avoid everything. She believed that no one would notice the truth. But then, the Chief Justice stepped in, and all the secrets have now been exposed.
She remained composed, but those close to her knew that the pressure was immense. The proceedings were not just about legal interpretations. They were about her reputation, her career, and her future in politics. As the trial neared its conclusion, anticipation reached its peak. The Chief Justice, a figure known for delivering impartial and firm judgments, was set to announce the final verdict. On the day of the ruling, the courtroom was packed with journalists, politicians, and members of the public, all eager to hear the decision that could reshape the political landscape. The moment the Chief Justice began reading the verdict, the room fell silent. The decision was clear. Angela Rayner's final appeal had been dismissed. The ruling meant that she had exhausted all legal avenues to challenge the case, leaving her with no further options for exoneration through the courts. The weight of those words hit hard, and for the first time in the long legal battle, Angela's emotions became visible.
The verdict has been delivered, and it's a devastating blow to Angela Rayner. This scandal is not just a political controversy, it's a genuine crisis that threatens the public's trust. We are witnessing a political explosion that could bring the Labour Party to its knees. The evidence is clear, the backlash is spreading, and Angela Rayner's political position is in serious jeopardy. But how did it all come to this? How did one of the most powerful figures in the Labour Party find herself at the centre of an election fraud scandal that threatens the very fabric of democracy?
Witnesses described her breaking down in tears, overwhelmed by the reality of the situation. For someone who had built a career on strength and defiance, this was a rare moment of vulnerability. The legal loss was not just a technical defeat, it was a public and personal blow that could have lasting consequences for her career and legacy. Reaction poured in from all corners. Her supporters expressed outrage, calling the ruling unfair and politically motivated. Some believed she had been targeted for her outspokenness, while others insisted that she should be held to the same standards as any other public official. Meanwhile, her political opponents seized the opportunity to question her credibility, arguing that the ruling raised serious concerns about her past actions. Angela Rayner now faced an uncertain future. Would she step down from politics? Or would she fight to rebuild her reputation? Well, according to recent developments, she has.
Shock resignation. Angela Rayner steps down after intense Parliament clash. In a dramatic turn of events, Labour's deputy leader, Angela Rayner, has resigned following a tense and heated session in Parliament. The pressure mounted as MPs relentlessly questioned her on the government's pledge to build 1.5 million homes in 5 years. A Conservative MP pointed out that over 200,000 homes should have been completed by now.
One thing is certain, though, this moment would go down in history as a defining chapter in Angela Rayner's life, a reminder of the harsh realities of public service and the high price of political power. The weight of the ruling was visibly overwhelming for Angela Rayner. Witnesses described her breaking down in tears, and for a public figure known for her fortitude and unwavering demeanour, this emotional display resonated deeply with supporters and critics alike, underscoring the human aspect behind political and legal battles. As the dust settles, the lessons drawn from her ordeal will undoubtedly influence discussions on ethics, accountability, and the personal costs of public life in the years to come. So what do you think Angela Rayner's fate will be down the line? Tell us in the comments below and subscribe to my channel for all things politics in the UK and beyond.